I'm Lissette Perez-Carrillo, and I'm here to thank you for participating in the Pledge98 campaign. What is Pledge98? Well, first let me tell you what Carrillo Cares is. Carrillo Cares is kind of a part of our company that dedicates itself to helping others, making a difference. Carrillo Cares came about this year. It's been in the works already, basically talking about it for over a year now. When we finally decided that we found a way to make a difference while at the same time bringing awareness to different organizations that mean something to us. So Pledge98 is basically the fact that Pledge Prequel got a 98 rating in Cigar Aficionado when it received Cigar of the Year made us decide on doing something that would make sense, I guess, to everyone. We decided to donate 98 cents for every Pledge Prequel sold from December 15th of last year to January 31st. We raised over $46,000. We chose L's for Autism. We chose L's for Autism for many reasons. One of them is because we have a lot of respect for that organization, and we've been involved in many of their golf tournaments and doing basically monetary donations for years. And we kind of wanted to do something different, something funner with it. My daughter Sky joined me in one of the golf tournaments and said, "Mom, why don't we do Pledge98 with L's?" And I guess that was the beginning of something wonderful. We never expected to raise over $46,000, and all of it was thanks to you. Now, what are we doing for the rest of the year? We're going to have different campaigns, and in April, we're going to do another Pledge98 campaign, a little bit different than the previous one. And that's going to be something very special where we're going to be holding events, and possibly this video will be seen at one of these events. And we're super excited about that campaign. We're also going to be doing a lot of golf tournaments with L's for Autism throughout the year. And we're very excited about that. So please join us for this wonderful journey throughout the rest of the year, where Carrillo Cares and EP Carrillo will be focusing on L's for Autism. Thank you so much, and hope you enjoy the rest of our video. EP Carrillo started Carrillo Cares because we wanted to be a part of making a difference. Now, when choosing which organizations we would work with to achieve these goals, a lot of thought went into it, but it was a little bit easier when we took Sky to an L's for Autism golf tournament. And she's going to tell you a little bit about what that experience was like. So EP Carrillo has been around for over 12 years now. Many of you know my dad, Ernesto, a master blender who has achieved many successes and wonderful awards. And we're going to find out why this is also something that's very special to his heart. Now, when we decided on Carrillo Cares, we didn't really decide on one organization per se. So this is going to be an ongoing effort that is going to go on through the years. This year, we decided to work with L's for Autism. There's various reasons for that, as I mentioned it earlier. For me, I actually have degrees in psychology and was very excited when I learned about the different factors that are involved in autism. I know that a lot has been developed over the years, and I recall personal experiences with many parents who had children or who have children with autism, and what those experiences were like, and how early intervention made such a huge difference. Now, Sky, tell us a little bit about why you decided that to do the Pledge98 with L's for Autism.
Well, when I was little, my mom used to go to this hairdresser who had a daughter who was affected by autism, and I honestly didn't even know what autism was or how it affected anyone. All I knew about this girl was about how kind she was and about how she was just so radiant and so joyful. And a few years later, I asked my mom if she still went to that hairdresser, and she said no. But I was just still thinking about how I missed this girl who was just so kind. And then my mom told me that a big reason about how she was able and how her family was able to be so happy was because they were just so grateful about the early intervention that helped the girl.
Like the horses, remember?
Yeah.
The horses, it helped her a lot.
Yeah.
And she was able to get into a regular school program. And, you know, autism is different for everyone and the experiences are different for everyone. But I know that every time I went to this hairdresser, the little girl would ask for Sky. And unfortunately, Sky couldn't go every time. But she formed a really special relationship just by those few interactions that she had. And you best described her as radiant. And I think that, you know, a lot has developed, you know, that has helped us learn more and more about autism and how it affects families. And tell us a little bit more specifically, how come ELS? What happened that you decided maybe we should do this with ELS for Autism, our Pledge98 campaign, which, by the way, was the first campaign of the year. Now, we're preparing for our second campaign of the year, which is in April, which is Autism Awareness Month. So we're working on those details now, and I think that this video is going to be part of our April campaign. So tell us, why ELS?
Well, when I went to the golf event, I kind of saw how ELS for Autism had made a charity event and campaign so successful, because the golf event seemed fun. There were so many professional golfers there that I was very surprised by. At first I thought no one would know what they were doing, but they did. And it just seemed like an environment where making a difference meant also having fun. Mm-hmm. And just enjoying yourself while knowing that you're going to be making other people happy.
Yeah, and we were also inspired by some of the team members. I remember these two young men who were working on their own campaign, which is for jobs for people with autism. And they were so excited to tell us their story and tell us about, you know, some of the successes of that campaign. And it was just a really nice experience. And Sky, you know, I know you developed a relationship with the team.
Yeah, the team, everyone in the team is so driven. I can tell that they care a lot about the cause, and every time I speak with them, they help me organize. They're just there for me, and I can sense how they're there for people who have been affected by autism, and they really just create a family environment that makes everyone feel so safe and comfortable.
So how about you, Dad? What has inspired you in this campaign? Tell us a little bit about, you know, how you're feeling.
Well, you know, I've been around for a long time, I have to say, and I've known a lot of families that have, you know, kids with autism. And you know, this thing with the golf tournament, I think the first time we went there was maybe, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, and you see the work that is being done by this organization to really, you know, help these kids, you know. And so when the idea to do this with the, you know, with the ELS Foundation, and, you know, using one of our #1 rated cigars, I was really touched by it, because I think it's a, you know, it's a great way to really get more people involved and trying to find something to make the lives of these young men and women a little bit easier. And you know, whatever we can give or help to achieve that goal, I think, you know, we're there 100%. Mm-hmm. So when you know, when the you know, Lissette, Sky, you know, got so heavily involved in this organization, I was needless to say, you know, very touched by it, and very proud of you know, the way that this thing has turned out. I really wasn't expecting that we would get as much as support as we did, because it was the beginning of the year, but the support has been incredible. And, we got to thank all our fans out there for making this possible. And I'm sure, everybody involved with this organization is deeply appreciative of all the support that, all those EP Carrillo fans out there has given to us.
Yeah,
thank you.
She told us that we made their year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
that's huge.
Jen at Els for Autism. I talked to her on the phone, and she said, "You guys, we got the check, and you made our year."
Wow.
And you think,
That's
like
huge.
some of these tournaments raise $1 million, but this was just something, out of the blue, like a surprise, that they weren't counting on. And she basically said, we can do amazing things with this, and we're actually going to be participating in golf challenge around the country. So a lot of our team is going to be in the different cities.
Beautiful.
Supporting Els for Autism and giving out our cigars to the golfers. So we're really looking forward to the rest of the year, and we'll see what Carrillo Cares looks into in the future. But I'm sure that Els is always going to be a part of what we're going to be supporting, because we're very happy, with the organization overall, and like you said, the support and just the kind of I guess unity that you feel when you're at these events. Everybody's happy. Everybody, it's not just about the golf. It's about the cause. And making a difference.
The Pledge98 campaign was a huge success. We could not be happier that we raised over $46,000 for such an incredible foundation as Els for Autism.
So Jerry, you might not know this, but you are one of the inspirations behind our Carrillo Care programs. Tell us a little bit about your personal experience with autism, which was the campaign that we're working on this year.
So I have a grandson back home in Iowa who's 11 years old, on the autism spectrum. It's really impressive what we've done. We've got a beautiful contribution going to the Els Foundation. I just want to thank everybody that participated in it. It's an incredible organization, and everybody's work has been amazing. Can't thank you enough.
Thank you, everyone. Anything else, Jerry? You're happy?
It exceeded our wildest dreams. So thank you, everybody. And there's more to come.
More to come. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is my son, Nolan.
Hi.
We want to say thank you to everyone supporting the Pledge98 campaign and Els for Autism. The money raised will help so many families dealing with autism get the compassionate support they need, helping families like it helped us.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Wayne Stoner with EP Carrillo Cigars. I'm so excited that we're joining forces with the Ernie Els Foundation to help raise money for the autistic community. Autism is something that is very dear to me and helping out, because a very dear friend of mine, his grandson, Lux, has autism, and then also another dear friend of mine's son, Nicholas, has autism. And so please, buy Pledge, because we need all the money we can get to make these lives great for these amazing people. Thank you so much.
Hey, my name is Chris Whaley, and I'm the Southeastern Territory Manager for EP Carrillo Cigar Company. And autism has spoken to both my wife and I in a very special way because of her being a teacher in the classroom for 10 years. So we've encountered multiple autistic children during her time in the classroom, her inside of it and me outside of it, and have a ton of heartwarming stories that just live on with the memories of it, who have touched our lives as kids in a multitude of great ways. So thank you all for being a part of it. Thank you to the Carrillo family for continuing to support autism.
Hi, this is Leo. I feel great packing Pledge prequel for Els for Autism. It helps benefit the organization, and it's a great cause. Rock and roll. Thank you.
The Pledge98 campaign was an exciting project to work on. I do a lot of the interior sales, and I knew that every time we received an order for Pledge, it was going to a great cause.
The Pledge98 initiative and Els for Autism means a lot to everyone here at EP Carrillo Cigars. Thank you all for supporting this great cause.